Hello, welcome to Tasting with Mike and Matt. I'm Mike Veach, and this is not Matt Kohorst. This is Rosemary Miller.
Hello.
Hello. Matt's not with us today because his mother recently passed away, and I think we should start this video with a 5-second silence in memory of his mother. So, Matt's mother was a big bourbon drinker and everything, and I like to dedicate this
Absolutely.
to his mother.
Absolutely.
So today we're going to taste wheat whiskeys. And we're going to start with the Bernheim Original Wheat. And this was first distilled about 1996 is when they distilled it. It came out around the year 2000. Parker Beam, after Heaven Hill bought the old Bernheim Distillery from United Distillers, they had all this wheat in the grain bins, and they didn't need it all. They had the old Fitzgerald brand, but United Distillers at that time had wheat enough to make the old Fitzgerald, the Weller, the Rebel Yell, all those.
All good wheated whiskeys.
All wheated bourbons. So they decided to do a wheat whiskey. Now, this is just a barely legal wheat. It's got, wheat, corn, malted barley.
So to be a wheat whiskey, you have to be at least
51% wheat.
Gotcha.
And they made it and they released it, and it's been very popular ever since. It kind of reopened the idea of making wheat whiskey. That's why I think the Bernheim Original is a very appropriate title.
Yeah. They've also issued this in a cask strength, haven't they, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's Bernheim because of the Bernheim Distillery and Jewish roots there with the Bernheim.
Isaac Wolf Bernheim.
Isaac Wolf Bernheim. And, of course, the Shapiras are Jewish, and they wanted to pay honor to him and his heritage. I love the bottle shape. It goes back to the old 19th century flask-type bottles. But this is aged 7 years. It's a small batch at 90 proof.
This is 90 proof.
Right. And this has got a very nice, almost bourbon aroma, because it does have some corn, malted barley, and it just, just like a bourbon, it just, majority of it's wheat.
What do you expect out of a wheated whiskey or a wheat whiskey? What does wheat lend to the
I always found the wheat gave it
flavor?
more of a nutty note. And I'm getting, the
It's
vanilla.
very soft.
Yeah, I'm getting soft vanilla. I'm getting a little bit of maybe a hazelnut.
Mm-hmm.
Not much spice in it at all.
Not at all. I get a little honey.
A little honey. Maybe some oak. But it's a nice pour. Well, let's take a sip. I'm getting some ripe apple, that honey, caramel, vanilla, little oak, but then the spice does come in. It's kind of like a white pepper.
Yeah.
Kind of a floral pepper.
Yeah.
It's a nice sip of whiskey.
Spicy toward the end.
Right, particularly on the finish is where I'm really
on the
getting.
finish.
On the finish is when I'm getting that white pepper. But very nice taste of whiskey. Let's cleanse our palate. And move on to the next one. Now this next one is something that just came out. It is the Frey Ranch 100% wheat whiskey. It's bottled at 100 proof, and it's got a 6-year, 6-month age statement on it.
And I think, I'm not sure, that they've issued this before, and this is just, it's a limited edition, and they reissued it.
Right, and it only comes out in the 375.
375s. Now, you buy it from Frey Ranch online, and I had to buy it in a bundle with the single barrel whiskey, which in and of itself, the single barrel rye, which is a great whiskey anyway. And the whole bundle cost about $149. So by my calculation, this is about a $50 $375.
Right.
And if we didn't say so before, I think you can find this Bernheim Original for about $30.
Yeah. So, Colby and was it
Ashley?
Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley.
Ashley Frey started this distillery at their farm in Fallon, Nevada. And they've been making great whiskey ever since. I think I first tasted some of their bourbon when I was told by the distiller out at
Pat Heist?
Pat
Was it
Heist,
Pat Heist that kind of turned you on to the Frey
right.
Ranch folks?
And he brought a case back with him when he was out west, you know. And if a distiller from Wilderness Trail, if he buys a case of whiskey, you know
it's good.
You know it's good. And it's been good whiskey, everything I've ever had from them. So we're going to. This is our first pour of this too. I've never had their wheat whiskey. I love their bottle. Love the shape and the label.
Cheers.
Yes.
They're a farm to glass
Distillery,
aren't they, Mike?
right. Very soft nose.
Very.
I'm getting a little bit of a vanilla and a little bit of a, I don't know, maybe more pecan than hazelnut.
But there is some nuttiness there.
Yeah, there's some nuttiness there, and there's some oak. But once again, I'm not getting much spice. Not getting any fruit, really.
It's a soft nose.
Let's take a sip. Oh, that is nice. You definitely get...
Right away, much more viscous. The mouthfeel is fantastic.
Right.
That is good.
I'm getting like a honey with a little bit of a ripe apple.
I get that toffee.
Yeah. But on the finish in particular, I'm getting black pepper. Mm-hmm. But that's a really nice pour.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of cinnamony at the end.
I could see that cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's a little cinnamon, but to me, I'm still getting
spice.
I'm still getting that black pepper.
Yeah.
And oak. But yeah, that's a really nice product.
Do you think the big difference would be, how old do you think this Bernheim is? Is that a...
I would say it says 7 years on the...
It's a 7-year?
Right, and this is 6 years, 6 months.
Okay. But it's interesting that the mouthfeel on this is so much different.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the 100 proof, and I'm willing to bet they probably don't chill filter. Mm-hmm. Whereas I'm sure Bernheim is chill filtered.
Gotcha. It's good whiskey.
Yeah, let's take a sip of water and move on to our next one. Now, this bottle I've had for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now, I guess.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's the Corset Whips and Whiskey from the Journeyman Distillery in Three Oaks, Michigan. And it's at barrel proof, 119.3 proof. And it's 100% wheat whiskey. This is from batch 11, bottle 384.
And it's still one of their whiskeys that they offer. I mean, they make it routinely, and I think it runs about $70, something like that. You can buy it online.
And I don't see a age statement on this, so this is probably just a 4-year-old product. I'm not seeing anything in here on it. But it gets its name because the distillery is located in the old corset and buggy whip factory in Three Oaks, Michigan.
Yeah.
And,
They've got interesting names on all their whiskeys.
right. And, you know, Journeyman's another one of those distilleries that I've really liked their products. And when you look at this, God, this is so much darker.
Yeah.
And that's that barrel proof, probably not chill filtered.
Yeah.
And you know that it's automatically, you get I'm getting lots of caramel and almost like a bread dough, fresh baked bread type aroma. Not getting any fruit, but maybe just
Still
a
get that
hint, just a
honey.
hint of chocolate, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's honey and maybe some kind of dark fruit. But
Well, let's take a sip. Oh yeah, the fruit definitely comes out on the flavor.
again, the mouthfeel is
It's like, yeah, great mouthfeel.
yeah.
But it's got like a apricot plum.
It's still smooth and
Oh yeah, it doesn't drink like 119 proof.
no.
And
Get a little bit of toffee or
a little bit of
caramel.
toffee, caramel,
But
a
you
little
get
bit, a
some-
little bit of spice, probably a white pepper, maybe just a little bit of maybe a nutmeg.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely getting the chocolate on the finish.
Yeah, nice, long, warm finish.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the chocolate. Excellent.
Excellent whiskey.
That is good.
Yeah. So there you go. There's our 3 wheat whiskeys.
They're all good.
Very good whiskeys. And
I did like the Frey Ranch though.
I like the Frey Ranch. I don't know. I'm tossed up between the Frey Ranch and the Journeyman.
Mm-hmm.
Is my favorite. Even though the Bernheim's a damn good whiskey. But that 100% wheat in those two really bring out interesting flavors. So here's to the wheat whiskeys and the distillers. Cheers.
Cheers.